Our first disc for EMI is a celebration of the film musicals of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Some of them are very well known, Singing in the Rain, High Society, others not so well known these days. Most of the music will be familiar to anybody who had a television set in the past 40 years.
Chug, chug, chug with the motor, bump, bump, bump with the brake.
I was brought up on this music, the old MGM films with Sid Charisse and Gene Kelly and things like that.
When I was a kid growing up, I would watch these films and I would say, oh, I want to sing that, but I want to sing it in that arrangement, just like that. I want Get Happy like she got. And with John, that's exactly what you get.
Cause he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz with the buzzer.
I first became interested in this music when I was 10 or 11. The opulence of the sound and the fantastic playing of the studio orchestras caught my ear. It sort of lodged itself in my sort of bloodstream almost.
It's what the great music of the 50s and 60s had at its best was sophistication and accessibility. It wasn't elitist, didn't take itself too seriously, but the ingredients that went into making it seem that effortless were so sophisticated, so intricate.
The fabulous thing about John Wilson is that he actually goes and gets whatever's left of the original dots on the paper, which is usually very little for some of these. This stuff wasn't saved.
Come on, get happy. Chase your cares away.
In 1969, MGM was subject to a corporate takeover, and one of its largest assets in terms of taking up space was the music library, and that was destroyed one Saturday morning. It was shipped off in several lorries and buried under a golf course.
And then he'll just sit and painstakingly listen to it thousands of times and scribble down every part and try to put it back together. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do, and he does it brilliantly, and he loves doing it. He grew up with this music. He's absolutely adamant about getting every single tiny detail right.
The beginning of the orchestra, well, the first concert was at the Bloomsbury Theatre in 1995, and I'd met John a year before. I'd been recommended to play drums in a piano trio, and John was the piano player, and our friendship was very quickly established because we had so much in common.
The players in that concert are still with us today. I mean, of course, there have been changes. I think they keep coming back because it's terrific music to play, and there's a sort of an excitement in the orchestra whenever we get together, because we don't play together all the time. It's not a job for any of these people. It's sort of like holiday camp.
One of the great things about sitting in an orchestra like this, I can sit up there on first trumpet and I can bounce off the tremendous excitement which is created by all my colleagues, the talent. I sit there in awe and wonder of all the people playing around me.
I personally choose every single player in the orchestra for their technical and musical abilities, but also for their sort of passion for this music. And it is very much a collaboration.
He has a way of charming them into giving him exactly what he wants, because he'll do a joke at their expense, but you can't get mad if you're laughing. So they'll go, all right, I'll do it better, and they will do it better, and it ends up being as close to perfect as I've ever heard.
And if you don't get it right, you'll all be sent back to your regional orchestras. Finding singers for this sort of music is always very difficult. There are very few singers around who can really do it. I've worked with Kim Criswell for years, and Kim is terrific. She can do so many different things in so many different styles. She can be Judy Garland one minute, Jane Powell the next.
I try to, when I'm doing any of Judy's recordings, I try to sort of set my throat the way she did. She had a really open-throated way of singing, kind of kamikaze, really.
Finding men is trickier because nobody really does that sort of crooning thing anymore, the Frank Sinatra thing. In fact, it was the drummer, Matt Skelton, who said to me, you've got to listen to this guy. And it was Seth MacFarlane singing in the character of a dog or something in one of his cartoons.
And he heard those songs and he said, I think this guy kind of gets what we do, as an appreciation for the old style of pop music. And I got a call randomly from Tom Croxon, and he described the project to me, and it just seemed too good to pass up.
There are things that going from a jazz singer to being somebody who is singing, that's entertainment, you know, I definitely have to sort of ham it up and sort of, you know, plumb my inner Robert Preston, or the Ethel Merman in my soul. You know, you definitely occasionally have to do that.
I think when you're recording this sort of music, with all its history, you have to sing in the style, certainly to carry it off with the songs that I'm performing anyway. So you have to listen to Gene Kelly and you have to listen to Fred Astaire, and not copy them, that's the wrong thing to think, but you have to reference their phrasing and some of their approach to the songs, I think, and it makes it sound authentic.
Can't we two go walking together out beyond...
It's a thrill beyond words to be asked to record this music with my own orchestra for such a prestigious company. And when I was invited to make the record, I knew straight away that it would have to be at Abbey Road, not in Studio 1, but in Studio 2.
Studio 2 is a very special room for John. He's recorded there many, many times. And one of the things about Studio 2 is it alludes to that particular age of entertainment. It opened in 1932, and it was specifically for big band. And that form of music making, which was the popular style, as opposed to the classical music, which was done in our Studio 1.
2 bars. Who's on the bell? Nice and clangy.
But John's incredible musicianship has led him to create these parts which, when played in the correct way, then the sound is created, hopefully in some way as a tribute to the incredible Hollywood studio orchestras.